It's Wednesday night, work ran late, your brain won't switch off, and when you finally check the clock, you realize you're only going to get about 6 hours of sleep. If you're like most adults, you probably brush it off. You tell yourself you'll just push through the rest of the week and catch up by sleeping in on Saturday. To a tired mind, that trade-off makes perfect sense. But human biology doesn't operate on a flexible schedule, and it doesn't offer a weekend forgiveness program. What you are actually building is called sleep debt. It is a rigid mathematical record, the exact difference between the hours of rest your body requires and the hours it actually gets. Most adults need 7 hours of rest. If you sleep 6, you log a 1-hour deficit. By Friday, you've accumulated 5 hours of sleep debt. Scale that to a single month, and you are carrying 20 hours of lost sleep everywhere you go. Because this deficit builds quietly, day by day, the decline is gradual. Research shows that chronically tired people consistently overestimate how well they are performing. Your brain simply adapts to operating at a deficit. Since an exhausted brain is a highly unreliable judge of its own fatigue, the physiological toll you are carrying is almost certainly heavier than you realize. In the short term, this toll shows up as foggy thinking, slower physical reaction times, sharp irritability, and a sudden reliance on an afternoon coffee just to stay awake. It is tempting to view these symptoms as the normal cost of a busy life. They aren't. These are your body's critical warning lights, flashing to indicate that its internal systems are starting to fail. If you ignore those warning lights, the biological cost escalates. Clinical research links consistent, insufficient sleep to a severely weakened immune system, measurable cognitive decline, and a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Chronic sleep deprivation is a compounding physical injury that actively damages how your body regulates itself on a cellular level. Which brings us back to the Saturday morning strategy. The Mayo Clinic is direct on this point. You cannot erase a week's worth of cellular damage by sleeping until noon for 2 days. Attempting to binge sleep creates a new set of problems. By sleeping in, you push your body's natural internal clock out of alignment, shifting your biological rhythm several hours later than normal. This is what scientists call social jet lag. When your Monday alarm goes off, you force that delayed internal clock backward, creating a severe physiological whiplash. Because your rhythm shifted later over the weekend, falling asleep at a reasonable hour on Sunday night becomes nearly impossible. You end up lying awake, guaranteeing you are starting the new week already in the red. The weekend catch-up strategy is a biological illusion. Instead of curing your exhaustion, it actively manufactures it by breaking your natural timing. The only actual cure for sleep debt relies on strict consistency, not desperate weekend marathons. Before you can repay anything, you have to stop the bleeding. That means fiercely protecting your evening wind-down routine and turning off late-night screens to halt the daily accrual of new debt. From there, you pay it back in installments. Aim to add just 15 to 30 minutes of extra sleep per night across the entire week, gently chipping away at the deficit. If you are struggling during the day, a short 20 to 30-minute nap in the early afternoon is a highly effective tool. It blunts the immediate fatigue without destroying your drive to sleep when night falls. This gradual, steady approach clears the debt because it honors your body's natural circadian rhythm rather than fighting a constant battle against it. The single most powerful rule you can implement for your long-term sleep health is simple. Wake up at the exact same time every single day, including Saturday and Sunday. You aren't going to get a perfect 8 hours every night, but setting a firm biological foundation prevents you from getting trapped in that brutal weekly cycle of depletion and recovery. To find a schedule that fits your real life, use our free SleepWell calculator. You just input your fixed wake-up time, and it will calculate the exact optimal bedtime your body requires. You do not have to accept chronic exhaustion as a normal condition. Let go of the weekend illusion, lock in your morning alarm, and start repairing your biology tonight.